Yo, what's up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your monthly forecast for the month of April 2016. For the majority of the month of April, the sun is going to be in the sign of Aries. For you as a Sagittarius, Aries is your fifth house. The fifth house has to do with having fun. The fifth house has to do with your romantic situation. The fifth house has to do with creativity. And the fifth house has to do with, if you have children in your life, then it has to do with your children. And it's going to be in this area until April 19th, and then once April 19th hits, the sun is going to shift into the sign of Taurus. Taurus for you as a Sagittarius is your sixth house. The sixth house has to do more with your practical matters in your life. It has to do with your work. It has to do with your daily life. And it has to do with your health. So you're going to see a shift there, because for the majority of the month of April and up until the 19th, it's going to be more about having fun. It's going to be more about romance. It's going to be more about creative endeavors. And like I said, if you have children, it's going to be more about your children. And then when the sun shifts into Taurus on the 19th, then the focus is going to be more about your work situation, more about daily life, more about your health, just more about practical matters in general. So those are the primary themes for the month of April 2016 for you, Sagittarius. Now I'm going to talk about some more major specific astrological events that are set to occur this month and what they mean for you. On April 5th, Venus, the planet of love, also enters this fifth house area, Aries. For you, Aries is the fifth house. It has to do with your romantic situation. It has to do with your creativity. It has to do with having fun. And it has to do with your children, if you have children. And it's going to be transiting this area until April 29th. So all throughout the month of April, you're going to be having fun. I mean, Venus really brings the love to wherever it goes. It is the planet of love. So when you go out, when you have fun, you're really going to be having fun. In your romantic situation, you're really going to be feeling the love. And when it comes to your creative endeavors, could really get a great boost with this. And when it comes to moments with your children, you're really going to have joyous moments with your children. Also on April 5th, Mercury, the planet of communication, enters Taurus. So on the same day, Mercury is actually going into that more practical area for you. That's your sixth house. That has to do with your work situation. That has to do with your daily life, and that has to do with your health. And what's interesting about this Mercury transit is that it's actually going retrograde on April 28th. And everybody knows retrograde as Mercury going backwards, or any planet can go retrograde. And when a planet goes retrograde, people think the planet's actually going backwards, but it's really not. Basically what it is just the speed of the Earth is faster than the planet that's retrograding. So the planet looks like it's going backwards, but it's really not. I guess if you look through a telescope, maybe Mercury would look like it's going backwards during this time. But what does that mean from an astrology standpoint? It's going to be going retrograde on April 28th, and it's going to be retrograde until May 22nd. So this is in the area of practical matters for you, and it has to do with your work situation. So if there's anything that's in work that you're trying to accomplish, and maybe after Mercury goes retrograde on the 28th, it could get hung up. So don't get frustrated during this time, because Mercury is going to retrograde from the 28th of April to the 22nd of May. So during this time, use this time as a period of review. If there's something in your work life that's stuck, it's obviously not ready to proceed. It needs to be reviewed before it can proceed. So that's something you want to take into consideration with this Mercury retrograde transit. And on April 7th, there's the new moon in Aries. So once again, Aries is your fifth house. It's that house that has to do with your romantic situation. It's that house that has to do with your creativity and having fun. And like I said, if you have children in your life, it has to do with your children too. So this means new things coming down the pike for you in all these areas of your life. New things about having fun. New in the next 6 months of your life. New things about having fun, new romance coming into your life, new creative endeavors, new things regarding your children coming into your life in the next 6 months. When it comes to your romantic situation, if you're single, you might have your eye on one or two candidates right now. I think during the next 6 months, you're going to find out who it is that you really want to be with if you're single. And then 6 months from now, there's a full moon in the same area. And at this point, you're really going to know who it is that you want to be with, and that'll probably be the point where you really start a relationship with this person. And if you're a Sagittarius that's coupled up, then this just means that there's new things coming down the pike for your romantic situation in the relationship that you currently have. On April 12th, Venus, the planet of love, is in Aries. Aries, once again, that fifth house, that area that has to do with having fun, creativity, romance, and if you have children, and it's making a positive aspect to Mars, the planet of power and ambition, in your sign on April 12th. So this is a great day for all the things that I just mentioned. You're really going to be having fun. If you have a significant other or a love interest, this could be a great day to spend time with them. If you have creative endeavors, this is a great day to work on them. If you have children, you could probably spend some time with your children on this day, and you're going to enjoy some really joyous moments with them on April 12th. So mark that one for your calendar. And on April 17th, Mars, the planet of power and ambition, is actually turning retrograde. So now we have another planet here in the month of April 2016, and it's another planet turning retrograde, and this time it's Mars. So on April 17th, Mars is going to turn retrograde in your sign. Excuse me. And when Mars goes retrograde, it tends to cause some irritation. So don't get irritated, Sagittarius. I mean, this is just all, the planets go certain places, and it just means certain things in your life. So you might feel some irritation after April 17th. Don't get frustrated about it. On April 18th, Venus, the planet of love, is in Aries once again. That's the fifth house, the romance, the creativity, the children. And it's make a positive angle with Saturn in your sign. And so once again, this is another great day for having fun. This is another great day for romance. This is another great day for creative endeavors. This is another great day for spending time with your children. And on the same day, Pluto actually goes retrograde in your second house. And your second house has to do, Capricorn is your second house. And the second house has to do with your money situation. So Pluto is going to be going retrograde in this area until September 26th. And when Pluto goes retrograde, it shakes off old processes. And because it's in the area that has to do with your money, it's going to shake off old processes regarding the way you view money, the ideas you have about making money or obtaining money. All these old processes are going to start to become eliminated, and it's going to be happening all throughout the spring and all throughout the summer, and then Pluto won't go direct again until September 26th. So, use this as a time of review. Whatever ideas or theories you have regarding money, use this as a time, to kind of shake those off, because after the 26th, when Pluto straightens out, there's going to be new ideas coming into your life. On April 19th, Venus, the planet of love, it's in Aries, that fifth house, once again, the house of creativity, the house of romance, the house of, if you have children, the house of having fun, is actually making a challenging aspect to Pluto in Capricorn. So once again, Capricorn being your second house, that house has to do, with your money. And what does this suggest? I mean, if you look at this from a romantic standpoint, it's like, whoever you're with, do they have enough money for you? And that might be a question that, is raised in your mind during this time. Or it could be the other way around. Maybe you don't have enough money for them. So there's kind of a challenge there that's coming up on April 19th. Or it could have to do with your children. Maybe your children are just draining your money situation. So, look out for that on April 19th and following that event. And then on April 22nd, there's a full moon in Scorpio. And Scorpio for you, Sagittarius, is your 12th house. And that's the house that has to do with things that are hidden and secret. So this full moon is actually the culminating point of an event that occurred, it's actually the culmination of the new moon that occurred in this area 6 months ago. So think back to the end of 2015. Something secret in your life maybe started out as an idea, and then over the, maybe by the new year, it might have developed, whatever this hidden or secret thing in your life is, it might have developed into an actual tangible, real thing. And this has been building and building and building and building for quite a while now. So here on April 22nd, whatever it is that's secret or hidden in your life that's been building for quite a while now, there might be some sort of exciting development regarding this. And then on the same day, Venus, the planet of love, once again in that area of romance, fun, that area of creativity and children, actually makes what's called a conjunction with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, in the same area. So, conjunctions are usually very positive, so there could be some sort of positive breakthrough regarding any of the areas that I mentioned. Regarding your having fun, regarding romance, regarding creativity. So look out for that on April 22nd. But I think that's all I have for you this month, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for watching this forecast. And if you've enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe and like, and I'll see you next month. Take care. Bye-bye.